Dear students, I am Mrs. Pratibha. So I'll be teaching you all mathematics. So the topic which I'm going to teach today is on algebraic expressions and identities. Under that, the first we will learn what are algebraic expressions. So in your earlier classes, that is in your grade 7 or 6, you have learned what are algebraic expressions. So algebraic expression, it is a combination of constants, variables, and all the mathematical operations. So variables here are x, y, z. So constants are the numbers. So if you have an expression with all these constants, variables, and mathematical expressions, then such expression is called as algebra expression. Usually, when we talk about algebra expression, algebra means we talk about only the concept comes in the variable itself. Okay, now we will see, first let us see why and where do we use these algebraic expressions. What is the importance of algebraic expressions? Okay, so here is a situation. Miss Anjali is a librarian. She allows you to borrow some book from her shop for a small fee or a rent. So how she is giving the rent, let us check that. So for one day she is keeping 10 rupees. One day if you keep the book, that is 10 rupees. So if you're keeping it for the 2 days, the 10 day for the next one day, she will keep you 3 rupees extra. So when you're returning on the third day, it should be 10 plus, yes, 3, that is 13 rupees you have to keep because you have kept the book for 2 days. One day is 10, other day is 3 rupees. Now this is for a few 2 days, you can easily calculate 2 or 3 days. But if you are keeping for 1 month, how to calculate all this? She finds it difficult. That is to for each and every once she has to calculate. So what she has done? She found a solution for it. Let us see what is the solution she has found. So she has got a smart solution for that. What is the solution? So she wrote a formula and kept, that is 7 plus 3x. So she has put up a simple formula using which the customer can calculate themselves the total rent for hiring a book for any number of days. So that what she has written is 7 plus 3x, where x is a number of days, for how many days they are going to hire the book or rent the book. So we'll see how she has written the 7 plus 3x. Is it the standard one, 7 plus 3x? Or is it for does it hold for all the situations, the 7 plus 3x? We will check what is the 7 plus 3x. Yes. Next, so let us see. So let the number of days, so she has taken number of days as x. So total number of rent will be fixed rent plus how many days? Additional rent. Fixed rent is 10 rupees, additional rent is 3 rupees. For one day it is 3 rupees. So now for how many days she has to pay? So x days are calculated. Now x days are there. Totally how many days there she is? X is the number of days. So there are x days. In that x day, one day she kept 10 rupees, that is fixed. Then remaining how many? 3 rupees should be paid for how many days? X minus 1 day, that's it. So 10 for the first day. The remaining x minus 1. Remaining days, how many days? X minus 1 day. So she is paying the money after x days. That is, she has kept the book for x days. In that one day she has to pay 10 rupees. A person has to pay 10 rupees. And the remaining days she has to pay 3 rupees. What is that out of x? 1 day went here. So what is the remaining day? X minus 1 day. So x minus 1 into 3 will come here. Yes. So when you simplify that, 10 plus 3 into x minus 1. So when you simplify that, 10 plus 3x minus 3, that is 7 plus 3x. That's how she arrived at this formula. That means this formula is not a standard one, but for our 10 rupees and 3 rupees, this is the standard formula. So you can also put the solution if you have if you open any shops or anywhere, any calculation need to be done for you all. So you can go for this algebraic expression. So this is how where we use in our daily life, we use the algebraic expressions. But we are not aware that we are using an algebra expressions. We just think that we are using some calculations, simple calculation. So how it does it go? If x is equal to 1, then the total rent is 7 plus 3 into 1. 7 plus 3 is 10. If x is equal to 2, wherever there is x, you substitute the value of 2. So 7 plus 3 into 2, 6. 7 plus 6 is 13. So next. So what is the 7 plus 3x? So we call 7 and 3 are the numerals, are the numbers or constants. X is a variable. So, and this is a mathematical operation. Here it is plus. So what is an algebraic expression as I explained earlier? It is a combination of variables or numbers, or I can say constants, along with the mathematical operation which is plus or minus, anything you can have. Here in this case it is plus. So this is about the algebraic. So algebra, a term or a combination of two or more terms using addition or subtraction is called an algebraic expression. So this is about algebraic expression. Now in that we have factors also. 6x square, if I take, this is one of the algebraic expression. Here factors of the 6x square are 6x and x. 2 are 2 itself. Next. So types of coefficients. So we have numerical coefficient as well as the literal coefficients. For example, if I take 7xy, x coefficient of xy is what? If I'm taking only xy, coefficient of xy will be 7. Coefficient of 7x will be y. Coefficient of 7 will be xy. In that way it goes. So a number which any number or variable which is multiplied to other number becomes its coefficients. So here 7 is the numerical coefficient of xy, and xy is the literal coefficient of 7. So this is about. So next is the types of algebraic expression. Like we have, when you have only 2 terms in an algebraic expression, or 3 terms, 1 term, or what happens? So this is that. So when you have only 1 term, it's called monomial. When you have 2 terms, it's called binomial. When an algebraic expression has 3 terms, it's called trinomial. And if you have a many terms, it's called 2 or more, it's multinomial, or we call it as polynomial. Multinomial or polynomial. So that a polynomial is an algebra with the 2 or more terms. So this is about the algebraic expression. So using these algebraic expression, we can add, we can subtract 2 algebraic expressions. 2 algebraic expressions are given to you. You can add them, you can subtract them. So all these can be done using the algebraic expressions. So to add or subtract, we need to find out what are the like terms. So what are like terms? Some terms having the same literal coefficients. If the same literal coefficients are there, that is the variables are present, same, the power should be same, degree should be same, which means are called the like terms. For example, here 5x and 8x is a like terms, whereas 8x and 7x square are not like terms because they are the same literal, but the power is different. Here it's 2, or degree is different. Here it's 2, here it's 1. So it should be same degree and the same variable. Unlike terms. So which literals which are having the algebraic expression having the different coefficients. So these are called the unlike terms.